What's going on, guys? I'm Lakota from MYR Mediums, and this is my new studio. If you've been watching my channel for the past few weeks, you know that we just bought a house and have been in the process of moving. If you've never experienced moving a household of 5 to a new town, just know that it's as painless as a porcupine orgy and twice as messy. Things are coming along though. The place is starting to look like a home, and I was able to get my new studio set up, which I'm excited about for multiple reasons, because A, new studio, B, it's smaller than my last studio, and I know some of you are probably thinking, that's weird, wouldn't you want a larger creative space? Not necessarily, not for me. I don't like big open spaces. Whenever I'm creating, I like to feel like I'm nestled into the lap of my creative space, like my studio is embracing me while I work, maybe even nibbling on my ear a little bit. And this new studio does that for me. On top of that, it's smaller, so there's less echo. And one of the best things is that it has a heating and cooling vent, which my last studio did not have, which is why I never filmed in my last studio, because it was always way too hot or way too cold. Are you ready to see it? Because I'm ready to show you. I've got a window, so people can watch me in my natural habitat and don't have to worry about getting hit when I start throwing my feces. Let's go in. It's cozy, right? So here I am at my desk, and I mean, I'm not going to bore you with my desk because it's a desk. I keep my brushes and my paints. Excuse me. I don't have any handles on this. Paints. Yeah, so this is a really old desk. It's been in my family for I have no idea. I'm pretty sure we just got it at a yard sale. I'm fond of it. It's beat up. It has no handles, and I get a lot of work done at it. A lot of journaling, a lot of notebooks and stuff in this drawer. Vlog ideas, short stories, long story ideas, scripts, just all kinds of stuff. And a lot of prayer journals, and yeah. So the one thing that I love the most about having a smaller space is that everything's so much closer to me. I can just like reach over and, hey, look, I can grab my computer or my iPad or my light box. It's limitless. Hello. Back in the old studio, I had to just like get up and go to a completely different side of the room to get stuff. It was a nightmare. I can pretty much reach out and grab whatever I want at any given time, and I love that so much. Let's talk about this artwork that's behind me. Originally, I was going to put up a bunch of my paintings in this room, but I thought, oh, well, that's silly because you have so many pieces of artwork by other people. Maybe you should put those on display. So I did. I got me and Jamie's first painting, and actually, that is me. I did that. I got a lot of Jamie's work up on this wall. I love James Reidelberger's work so much, and I talked about James in my last video. If you want to learn more about James and what's up with that, go watch that video. It could be fun for you. You might like that. I got these paintings by my wife. She did these back when we moved into our first apartment, and I love the wash. The wash is awesome on these. But the characters, that camel, I love that camel. And the squid too, it's super cool. But yeah, Alex Pardee, my favorite Alex Pardee piece. I got a print of that. Another Alex print. Mark Gagne, Nicholas Caesar original, Sleech's original up there. Hey, look, Fisty's back. He's back in action. Yeah, just surround yourself with art, people. Surround yourself with color. It'll make you happier. It's scientifically proven, as a matter of fact. So, yeah, moving on. As many of you know, I like to read. I'm a big fan of literature. My bookcase also doubles as like my cabinet of curiosities. So actually, before we move on to books, this is the first album. Whoa! This is the first album cover I ever did for Billy Krauss, Apollo's Son, and followed by the second album cover that I ever worked on. I can't believe I still have this one. I thought I had lost this. Real good friends, hip-hop artist Christopher Vest and Billy Krauss. I bet you can't guess who my favorite author is. I've also got these Gus Fink boogly heads. And yeah, I've got a few Gus Fink originals floating around somewhere. Originals and prints. Yeah, oh, that's mine. Oh, just look at that. More Stephen King. This is Sally the Annihilator. This here club. I've had that since college. A good friend of mine. He cut that off of a tree and gave it to me, and I have loved it ever since. It has been my go-to car defense for the most part. I'm not going to say anything incriminating. Hey, look, that's where I keep blank canvases. Pretty neat. I had a lot more stickers. I never know where to put stickers because I'm always afraid I'm going to lose them. And so I just, it turns out I lost them anyway. I'm a big believer that if you're going to read the Bible, get a commentary. I highly recommend it. I've got more Neil Gaiman than this, but they're all out on loan. Another one of my favorite authors. This is an incredible book. I highly recommend. This guy right here is the wood fish that I was carving when I stabbed myself in the hand. And got a giant gaping hole. Yeah, it was nasty, man. My mom made this soap for me out of one of my creations. What do you call these? Wood burnings, I guess, and paintings that my grandfather did. I didn't even know that he was into artwork, but yeah, that was a pretty neat little find. Another neat find were these. Now these are very special because this was the first painting I ever did, followed by second painting and third painting. I did them all in one night. It was that whole famous story of how my wife had got me into painting, just telling me to do something with these 3 blank canvases, which she meant go put them somewhere else, but I took them out and started painting on them. I was in a dark place at the time, but yeah, I want to revisit this. I would like to recreate these pieces for another video. I've also got artwork that I really need to find frames for. This was a Catherine Nesworthy piece, and this print, gosh, I wish I could have got the original. I adore this piece. Because it reminds me of Maturin from the Stephen King novels. And it just... Samuel Gulpin is an incredible artist. So is Catherine. Just, I am surrounded by just pieces of work by some of the most amazing people. And I'm so happy. Now this guy down here is my Epson Artisan 1430. I lost the power cord to it in the move, and yeah, I'm kind of upset about it. Got this. This is going to be my little print station. This is just the catch-all shelf. My guitars, some of my guitars, some of my skateboard. This is boring, so I'm going to get to the juicy stuff that I saved for the end of the video. I think that you all will love it very much. I found some treasures while we were moving, and I am excited and very nervous to share them with you, but let's go back to the desk. Sorry about the weird lighting transition. I'm still trying to figure that out, actually. I'm not used to lighting this room yet. I don't know what works and what doesn't, so this is kind of a experimental video, if you will. While we were moving, I stumbled onto a box, or a tote rather, of memories. Deep, deep memories. I haven't thought of this stuff in so long, but I stumbled upon two things of note. Old artwork, and whenever I say old, I mean I'm talking like early teens. And we'll deal with that first. I wanted to show you guys this. Oh gosh, maybe I was 14, 15, and 16 when I made these. They're chaotic. I was definitely under the influence for most of these. I'm not proud of that, but some of this stuff was, I don't know. It's interesting to go back and look at, just to see where I've come from. And I've considered like remaking some of these pieces. There's this one in particular. It's like Father Time thing that I was sober for this. As a matter of fact, I actually remember creating this. I remember where I was when I made this. A lot of these were also based off of dreams. This piece too. This was okay. A little backstory on this, and again, not proud. I had been tripping my nuts off at this place that I was living back whenever I was a teen, and this is the image that came from it. The creature looking in the doorway was actually my best friend Josh. I was living with him, and I don't know, during this like freak out, he had popped his head in, and I'm sure he was just asking me a question, but in my mind, I thought that he was just screaming obscenities at me, and it scared me. So I had to draw. I had to get that out of my head, and this is what came out. Man, it's so weird. Just looking at this stuff, it brings up feelings. Just the nostalgia factor is insane. Moving on from there. So the thing that I am most excited about is this right here. This is a book that I wrote whenever I was 14 years old. I'm sure whenever I say 14 years old and I wrote a book, you think 20 pages of who knows what. No! I wrote a book. I wrote like a novel at the age of 14 and forgot about it. Now, it's called Trash Desert, and I don't remember anything about it other than it took place in a giant trash wasteland. And I had an idea, if I get enough people to just let me know if they're interested, I'm thinking about reading it on camera. Like doing a series. And that scares me because I, being 14, was very hormonal, had a lot of things going on inside my body, and I'm sure that this is just filled with buckets of liquid cringe. So, yeah, let me know if you're interested in hearing this story, because I'll do it. I'll read it. I am not, and I won't even read it until I find out from you guys if you want me to read it. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you want to hear me read this book. Tell me what you think about my creative space, and I would love to see links to your creative spaces, see what you're into, how you work. I love watching videos like that. Love watching videos and seeing pictures of people's studios, their desks. It's just interesting. Everybody's so different and how they, create. I've seen artists that sit in rooms filled with just heaps of trash everywhere, like in Trash Desert. And then like me, like I can't create in clutter. So that is just foreign to me. But there's other people that they can't create in a clean space. It's just weird. Anyway, yeah. Catch you guys on the flip side. Bye.